Hello, and welcome back. Going to be playing a fun run of Resident Evil 3, going for the one of the other two endings that we haven't done yet, so let's get into it.
It all began as an ordinary day in September, an ordinary day in Raccoon City, a city controlled by Umbrella. No one dared to oppose them, and that lack of strength would ultimately lead to their destruction. I suppose they had to suffer the consequences of their actions, but there would be no forgiveness. If only they had had the courage to fight. It's true that once the wheels of justice begin to turn, nothing can stop them. Nothing. It was Raccoon City's last chance, and my last chance. My last escape.
This is Chopper Delta, preparing to drop off at area E95070.
What are they?
So like a lot of the old Resident Evil games and a lot of old games in general that on the PlayStation had a lot of long videos at the beginning. So let's get into it. Just got to lure him away down here a little bit so that we can run by. So just hug around the car and then you should miss him. Because this is a fun run, I'll be using infinite ammo. I will collect gunpowders on the most part in the beginning, just to show you how to make a couple of different things. The first one that I did was a straight run, and I did a video yesterday, I think, of how to get the infinite ammo by playing the Mercenaries game. So I think I did it about 5 times. You get so many points depending on how many enemies you kill and the time that you have at the end, things like that.
We've got to get out of here.
What do you think you're talking about?
If there's any call for it, I could do a video where I spend an hour just playing Mercenaries so you can see it's the same pattern over and over again. You've got to save 6 civilians along the way. There's 3 other special weapons you can get as well. You get infinite assault rifle, Gatling gun, and rocket launcher. So because I don't need ammo, I won't be picking any up. I won't be going to places that have ammo hidden or anything like I did in the first one. If you want to see all that, you have to go and watch the first one I did. So we're just going to put them in there for now, because we don't need it right now. So my normal thing to do is I would go to the restaurant first, but I'm not. I'm going to go to the press office this time around, just so you can see the other interaction there. So this wasn't a scheduled thing today. I just thought I'd come on and have a little bash. So if you go down here and get them to follow you, they will be quite fast, so you have to be careful. So used to reloading that pressing the circle button. There's usually one in here as well, so be careful with this one because he can go turbo, and he'll just start chasing you. This is the costume from Dino Crisis. I can't remember the woman's name though. It's a leather biker outfit there. Professional woman's suit. One of Jill's police uniforms. And this is the one that's closest to Resident Evil. You can run by these, but if you don't kill them, they'll be in the corridor that we have to go down in a minute, and it can be tricky if you're not paying attention.
Get away!
So when you're playing normally, you don't have to shoot him. Brad will take care of him on his own, and you can save ammo.
Brad, hang in there. Why isn't someone doing something about this?
I didn't know you were still alive, Jill. The police aren't trained for this kind of situation. What could they do? Listen, he's coming for us. We're both gonna die.
What are you saying?
You'll see. He's after STARS members. There's no escape.
So we're going to go back out the door that we came in. So if you're playing this straight, remember where this shutter is, because it's got lots of ammo in there. For the grenade launcher, it's got standard grenade rounds. You can combine that with different types of gunpowder to get different things for it. If you're quick here, you can just go through the door. If you've got good RNG, it'll be like that. Otherwise, as soon as you go in the gate and you start moving, they'll burst through. And then you have to waste ammo trying to get by them. But whatever you do, don't blow up that red barrel, because you'll need that for later. So we're going to save those up, because we only need a few, because we got infinite ammo, but depending on how many you get, I can show you how to make other things. Don't have to worry about them, because when we come back this way, they'll be gone. So we're going to have our first choice section, which is a Nemesis encounter, which if you down him, you can get a dropped item. So there's 6, I think, altogether.
We've got
So you can choose to run into the police station to hide, but it's better if you fight him and get him out of the way. So the first thing to do is run outside. So that gunpowder and stuff we picked up, if you were playing it straight, you would mix that for handgun ammo. So you come down here, stand just behind this bit of wood, and wait for him. He'll get trapped, hopefully, on the wall. And then every time you fire 3 shots, go into the inventory to stop his run. So he should stop and go back to walking and that. If you fire too many after 3, 4 you can usually get away with, but he will come unstuck. And you'll have to try and navigate around him. So this is what you would do. You would just run around him, lure him out here a little bit, but don't waste too long because he will chase you, and he's faster than you think he is. And then just keep rinsing and repeating. So he's about to go down. There we go. Try and run out a little bit because if you shoot with the shotgun, if you're fast enough, you can get 3 shots off. And then just go back to what we've been doing. If you run into this spot too wide, if you go too close to the right-hand side wall, he will follow your running arc, and then he'll get straight in. This is one of many glitches you can do in the Nemesis encounters. And this is the first item. It's parts for a new handgun. The handgun we've got can fire standard handgun rounds, which is what we've got right now, and it can fire enhanced ammo, which is stronger. The new handgun that we just got half the parts for, it's not necessarily weaker than the standard handgun. You can get better accuracy with it. You can get more headshots. And it shoots faster as well. So even when I'm playing legit, I don't use that many herbs. I use a few, but not a great deal. Just pick them up in case I do anything silly or I'm not paying attention, things like that. So if you do that in the, if you're doing a legit run, aim up with the shotgun and you should get a headshot if you're close enough. That one on the floor you don't have to worry about because he won't get up unless you go near him and he'll bite your feet. but the two that's standing, you should kill, because when you fight Nemesis later, you need to be in that room for one of the glitches. Bear with me a second, because I'm old and I don't remember all the codes. I have posted little cheat sheets on YouTube and TikTok. I think I did it on Facebook, I can't remember. But these are the codes: 0, 1, 3, 1. And if you know all 4 codes, you don't have to pick the card up and go to the computer. It saves time. 4, 0, 1, 1. There we go. The other 2 codes are 0, 5, 1, 3 and 4, 3, 1, 2. There'll be 4 zombies out here. I think in this one you can get up to 3 headshots if zombies are close enough. Resident Evil 2, I think you can get more if they're in a group. So we just put all that away for now. To watch him because he moves quick for a big guy. If you take a zombie's legs out, then usually reduces their HP to 0. When you leave and go back in a room, they should be gone. So if you're playing on the PS5 port of this, and I think you can do it on PC as well, you can use the rewind feature, and you can save and load it without using the typewriter. And that way you get a better score, because the game doesn't think that you've saved the game. Also, when you use this screen, it does suspend the game. So it's the only thing that stops the timer. Time being one of the big things for what grade you get at the end. So we've got the Magnum. That's what we want. But if you wanted the grenade launcher first, because they can both turn up in there, you would just rewind till you were outside the door, and then you would start from there and go back in.
No! Come anyone! Our platoon is cut off! No survivors found! This is Carlos! Send in support immediately!
See, that zombie's gone. So that was glass downstairs breaking the window. So you have to be prepared now for a Nemesis encounter, and there is another drop here. So it gets a bit more intense fights now, because he has the rocket launcher. So if you listen to the sound for his rocket launcher, I'll sod it. You can hear before it's going to fire. It's not my usual. So he learns your pattern as well, so you have to be good with it. So this is a different strategy that you can do depending on how the RNG is going to treat you. So you would go into the room, out the room, and then when he comes towards you, go back in. If he fires the gun, wait for him to fire before you go back in. Sometimes here he won't do it at all because it's so close. So I might have to move him down the other end of the corridor. Today, right, he's fired all his rockets now, so we can go to the second part. So don't forget the gunpowder in the drawer there, and this red light in the box. Yes, you need this. It's one of the keystones for later. So you should use the handgun in a standard go for all the Nemesis fights. Right, he's in, so we have to bug. So if using the handgun, it will take 15 shots, I think, the first go, and then about 19 the second one. So with the Magnum, it takes about 6 shots or something. So now we've got both parts of the gun to put that together in a bit, but we won't be using it in this run. So now we've got to go to the door where we had the first fight with Nemesis earlier on. Use the lockpick. Don't worry about that thing coming out of the window. We don't need to worry about this till later. So there's 3 dogs here, but the other one is up this end. So if you come over here and check this guy, he's got gunpowder. More dogs. So when you're doing this, keep pressing LB or L1 on PlayStation, I should say, and it will change the enemy that it's looking at. So need to get that wire off that battery in the car, but don't have to get it right now. We've got to go past that way a bit later anyway. So that's the new handgun. Similar to a handgun that you can make in Resident Evil 0. So you only have, like for now, because I've got infinite ammo, don't really need the shotgun, but you, I would take it with you for crowd control for like this with dogs. Need to put the herb away because I don't need that right now. There are plenty of herbs around, green ones especially. There's more blue herbs in Resident Evil 3 than there is in Resident Evil 2. And there's plenty of red herbs as well scattered around. So you would combine red herbs with green to get a super strong heal. So if you're in danger, if you're in the red, you can go back to the green straight away. If you're infected, then you would use a blue herb, and if you're damaged as well, you can use a green and a blue herb together to heal you. And if you combined all 3, red, green, blue, then it makes a super strong heal, which heals your complete health and takes you out of poison. It should give you a little bit of protection. There's 3 up this side, I think. I don't know why I aimed up, I didn't need to. So you need to keep hold of the lockpick for now, because you'll need that in a minute. I'm going to take the heal with us, actually, because I haven't done this for a very long time, so I don't remember exactly how it goes. So there will be more zombies in this alleyway later on. But I think it's only one lot more of zombies. So because we didn't go to the restaurant first, Nemesis will come here, and this is also where we will meet Carlos for the first time. So the restaurant is easier for the fight with Nemesis because there's more space and everything, and you can hide and all kinds of stuff. You can hide in the kitchen, in the restaurant side, away from the kitchen, because Nemesis bursts into the kitchen. You can throw a lamp into the gas canisters and blow him up, and then he'll have a lot less HP for you to fight him with. Or you can hide in the basement, which starts to flood, and then Carlos can give you a boost to put you through a little vent to go out to the street. But here, you either jump out the window or you fight him. I can't remember exactly what happens. Like I say, I've only played it a couple of times one way round. So if you go to the thing first, then there'll be zombies in here. There won't be no video to meet Carlos, because you would have met him already.
Where am I?
Relax. You're fine.
If you say so, but my head feels like it's about to explode. Anyway, name's Carlos. Glad to meet you, lady.
Jill, Alpha Team.
So if you fight him at the restaurant, all you have to do is make sure that Carlos is between you and the Nemesis. He'll attack Carlos instead of you, and then you can shoot him. And Carlos will get shots in as well, which should save you ammo.
Hey, don't look at me like that. What did I say? Do you have a problem?
Oh no. It's him!
So if nobody knows, Nemesis is a bioweapon. He's the 3rd type of tyrant that we've seen in the game. And he's probably the strongest. He's also like the most intelligent. You can Umbrella controls him, so they train him to go after the STARS members, and Jill is one of them. And Brad, who we met earlier in the bar, Nemesis kills him, and he's another one.
You wanna ask me out? All the foxy ladies love my accent. It drives them crazy.
I have to know. Why did Umbrella send you here?
Because we're on a civilian rescue mission.
Oh, you're full of it. They're the ones who caused all this in the first place.
Look, we're just mercenaries, hired hands. Do you really think the master would tell his dogs why they have to retrieve the stick he just threw? Listen, if you want answers about Umbrella, you're asking the wrong guy. Believe it or not, we are here to rescue civilians. If you can trust me, join us. Think about it.
So I can't remember if, because we jumped out the window, I think that means we've skipped that fight. I might go back and change it. Because I don't remember where all the other encounters are if you change too much. Because he can come in a couple of different places. Right, so this is what we want. So we're going to try and get a couple of shots off and then leave. Could get him to follow us outside. So that's what I'm going to try and do, is get him to follow us outside. So I'm just going to run around out the front for a minute, see if he follows. There we go. I can't remember where the glitch is here. Should always run to his left though. It's right, my left. Now he's pissed. But he's also down, so that's that. So he drops 2 of these first aid boxes with 3 first aid in. I think you can also refill them, but apart from the boxes, we're not going to be picking up any first aid anyway. So now we're going to go into the restaurant. So we could turn to Jill's left there and go up the little stairs, go in the back door. But we're not going to, because if we go in the front, we can see if there's any gunpowder in the actual restaurant side. So there's an item there on the left that we need to get, but can't get it right now because we need another item to use to get it. So because we fought Nemesis in the paper office, zombies in here now. So if these 2 gunpowders aren't on this table when you come in, you can manipulate the RNG on, I think, almost any port after the original PlayStation 1. And then you just do what I said earlier, go back so you're outside the door. And if you do that, it should change. And sometimes it might take 3 or 4 goes, but if it doesn't work after 4, then it's not going to work. That little lamp there that's flickering, that's what you throw at Nemesis if you hide at the restaurant. You throw it against this thing of gas cans. That's what you need the lockpick for. Just doing this so you can see. So if you came in this way first, which is the better option, then you would run around and open this. And then after she's opened it, you would hear a rustle and it would be Carlos. You'd have a little conversation and then Nemesis would burst in the back door. So there's no need to go down the stairs, down the ladder. And then this is where Nemesis would burst in. And you would have to fight in the restaurant. That's the better option, to fight in there, because Carlos will take all the damage. So put that there because we don't need that for now. So the next stop is we have to go to the tram or the train, whichever. Didn't pick up the green jewel in here because of Nemesis. So because we've defeated him, you don't have to worry about him coming back. Not for a little while anyway, because he has designated spots that he will appear. Hang on a sec. Trying to remember where the jewel goes to, because it's usually in the press office. Just checking my notes, because I'm an old man and I always used to keep notes on games because I forget. So you do need to go in the basement. So this is where the jewel is. Sorry to be messing about, but, you know, can't remember everything. So if we had 8 of the gunpowders A, you could mix them separately with the reloading tool, and you'll get ammo each time. After I think 3 goes, 4 goes, you start getting a little bit more. But on the 8th one, it'll ask you if you want to make an enhanced ammo, and you press yes. Same with gunpowder B if you've got 8 separate ones, because you can't mix 3 of them together and then do that. It won't work. Well, but you'd need 8 separate things. It would only count it as one. So this is another spot where we have to fight Nemesis later on in this little section. So, and there's another glitch where he can get stuck on the wall. We hope, anyway. When you come in here, sometimes these zombies will be awake, other times they won't. And of course, when you come back, they will wake up. Most of them, anyway. So shoot this barrel. There's 2 dogs this side, and then that kills them. And then this side, sometimes when you jump down there, there'll be another one. And he hasn't jumped out, so he'll do that later on. Sometimes he likes to jump out when you're about to leave. You got to climb up the box. Even if you're in the motion of climbing up the box, it can still grab you, bite you.
You're one of the survivors from the rescue team, right? I just ran into your teammate, Carlos.
How did a girl like you manage to survive?
Hey, I'm no ordinary civvy. I'm a member of STARS.
Stars? You mean the RPD Special Force Team?
Hey, is someone wounded back there?
So that fella, can't remember his name, keep an eye out for him because he's killing everybody.
Get ready.
He's been tasked to
Fire.
destroy all the evidence and kill any survivors so that word doesn't get out what really happened.
You're safe now.
But his team doesn't know that's what his mission is. They think they've been sent to save the civilians.
So, Jill, did you decide to help us out? It looks like we're the only ones who survived. We should work together.
No, we can't trust her.
Why? But Sergeant, we need her help. Our unit's down to you, me, and Lieutenant Mikhail. That's it. And Mikhail's hurt bad. If we don't cooperate, we won't be walking away from this mission.
Fine. Then let's go over our plan. We're moving to the clock tower area, which is the designated landing zone for the extraction chopper. Once we get there and give the signal, the chopper will fly in and pull us out.
That's a lot of ground to cover. I don't think we can make it on foot.
The main problem we have is that the landing zone is cut off from here by the fire. So we have no choice but to use this cable car to navigate through it. Fortunately, we can also use it as a moving shield to get us through the worst areas.
That works for me. Good plan, sir.
Okay, people, let's get moving.
Jill, put this on.
So we need this wrench because the crank that we've got is old and rusted and it's going to snap as soon as we use it. There is another one that you can get later on, a clean one. Don't have to kill him. Even when you come back, you can get by him without worrying too much. You have to be careful of that one. There's another car one later that does the same. And they can be turbo right away, which they'll turn around and chase you. And they'll usually chomp you. So now we're going to go across the other way and we're going to go to the petrol station. The garage, 7-Eleven, whatever you want to call it if you're a Yankee Doodle. So there's another bit here with RNG manipulation. If you're on a later port of this, not the original, there should be 3 handguns. There you go. Gunpowder here. If there's not, you just use the rewind feature and go back and manipulate the RNG. So we're going to combine that and make a C for now. And then we're going to use that to put with some grenade rounds and make freeze rounds, which is the best thing to use against Nemesis later on. We're also going to mix a yellow B gunpowder with grenade rounds as well to make acid rounds. You can do it with gunpowder A, which is red, to make flame rounds, but there's no point. So this puzzle, there's no real thing to it that I've found. Basically what you got to do is change the light to be on whichever letter it is on its own. Sometimes it's really quick, you can do it in 1 or 2 goes, other times it takes a bit longer.
Nikolai!
This is different than the other one. Normally it just goes up on its own. I don't remember Nikolai being in there last time. This is what I said, he's blowing everything up and he's killing everybody and destroying evidence. So normally you would see Carlos in there if you did the restaurant first. Well, made a right mess of that. They're not going to be open on Monday. So this green door we went by earlier is going to have several zombies come out of it. So I'm only taking one of these because later on when we fight Nemesis, I might need them. So that's the item that we need to get another item outside of the restaurant. So that window in the bridal shop there, dress shop, whatever it is, there'll be either zombie crows or dogs would fly out of there when we go back. Because we don't have any grenade rounds for now, we're going to put that away. So this is what you would do if you was playing normally. Combined 8 of the red gunpowder A's separately with the reloading tool. So we went from 17 to 20 of how much it made, because the more you make, the better she gets. So we want to save 1 gunpowder B and 1 gunpowder C. So I think this is the 8th go of it. So if we combine that in that order, BBA, because A has to be at the bottom, and then combined it with that. So then now it's asking, because it's the 8th time, do we want to make enhanced ammo? Press yes. So then if you're playing legit, you now have 66 rounds, whereas if you only use the A on its own, you only get like 12 or something. I can't remember, it's quite low. And same with shotgun. So if you were doing to get shotgun ammo, then you would do 7 lots of the yellow gunpowder with the reloading tool, and then you would do AAB, and then you'd get a lot of the enhanced shotgun shells to go with. And if you do 3 Cs, combine them together, you make magnum ammo. But if you use 1 C on its own, you get grenade rounds. Just checking I did everything. So if you're playing normally, you would use the standard handgun, the M92FE. You would use that until you get enhanced ammo. Then you'd use the Eagle with standard ammo and enhanced ammo in that one for Nemesis, because if you use the standard handgun with enhanced ammo on Nemesis, you can get him in a stun lock, because it gives him stun damage as well as standard damage. So this is the second lot of zombies again that I said about earlier. So now we're going to go and use the stone book thing, because if you take that little disc thing out of that spot that it's in, you'll be trapped, and water will come out of this thing where this lady's holding this jug, and the water underneath has got broken electrical wire in it, so you'll get a shock every time you run into the water. So we have to take this back to the other statue, get a battery out of it, so we can go and use an elevator with the battery. You find on the original Resident Evil games that there was a lot of backtracking. But there's, different ways of doing it. You don't have to do it in the order I'm doing it. There's lots of different ways you can approach each section. I don't know why you're not turning. jank. So that dodge she does, if you are holding R1 and you press X to fire, if you do it just before you get hit, she'll dodge or she'll push the enemy away. But it takes a lot of practice to get right, and I haven't done it properly for a very long time, so when I'm doing it right now, it's usually just luck. I'm not ashamed to admit that. You can't button bash it either, because it just won't work like that. It's literally, you have a very tiny window of opportunity to do that. But even if it is dogs and not the birds, you don't have to kill them. You can run past them because they're quite aggressive when they come out. But if you leave the room and come back, they'll be either laying down or just having a little wander, and they'll be docile. And you can just run past them, and they won't really worry about you. They'll be like that every time you go back in the room. So it'll be another one of those creatures in here. So there's one there, and one here that usually likes to climb up this wall here. So if you come around the corner there and you don't see him, it's because he's climbed up. I have a sneaking suspicion, because I had the fight with Nemesis in the press office, that he's going to appear here. It's a bit more of a pain when it happens here, but we'll deal with it as best we can. So in here, another spot with we can do with RNG manipulation with the rewind feature. If you come down here and there's no gunpowder B, then you can just rewind a little bit and go outside and do it again. But it's usually quite good here. Now, I can't remember exactly what happens if Nemesis turns up here. But usually if you fight him at the restaurant instead, then he doesn't turn up. But if he doesn't, there'll be zombies behind these two shutters we're about to open. But you have to open both sets of shutters straight away, because otherwise there'll be zombies outside, and then you have to either leave through the emergency exit, you can't get back in, or you have to put extra power in the electrical fence to blow them all up, and then you won't be able to open the shutter anymore. So the first code is for the fuse. It's red, blue, blue, blue. And then for the other shutter, which is for if you got the, like I got the Magnum in the weapons locker in the STARS office, I'll now get the grenade launcher, but if it will be the other way around if you do it the other way around. And this one is red, 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 blue. So get the fuse. So it's another live section, like a choice section. But because we want to get the other gun, we want to increase the electrical output. Because if you go to the emergency fence, the emergency exit, you can't then get back in. So that door that was there, that's where the emergency exit is, and you can't go out there otherwise. So grenade rounds are okay on standard enemies and spiders, the things we just killed. I can't never remember their name. There's two types of them. They're like cross between spiders and lickers, if you've played these games before. They do work on hunters, but they take a couple of shots. That red thing on the wall there is got dynamite in it, and you can use that to blow up enemies or Nemesis. So now we're going to go use the wrench again and get a fire hose. Go back to the alley that was on fire with the two dogs in that we left earlier on. Those things will chase you on all fours. They will also get up and run on two legs. They can jump, they can climb up the walls, all kinds of stuff. Wait, on the chair. Good girl. So we're going to put the grenade launcher away for now because we don't need it right now. What are you doing? So we need to pick that up when we come back in a minute. Need that for the train. That's what the fuse and the oil is about. Is for the get the train running. So after we've done this bit with the fire, we're going to go down the alley where the fire is currently raging right now. And when we come back into that alley, next to the save room, Nemesis will appear. So don't need the wrench anymore, so we'll just get rid of it. So there's going to be some more critters here. So there's two there, but I can't remember if there's one on this side. No, don't look like it today. So you can press R2 to aim. It will aim at them and the barrel. So if there's anything that can be blown up in the area, it will aim for that if you press R2. But if you press R1, it will only aim at the closest enemy. So those dogs are gone now. And we're going to put the fire out. That zombie we saw in the window there, I think that's from the alley where we used the lighter earlier on. But they'll all be gone in a minute when Nemesis turns up. And there's another one of those here. And then inside here, I think, is zombies. There's usually one right inside the door here. Oh no, because it's the video bit, isn't it?
Don't make
Oh,
me
is
do
this,
Murphy. I don't want to shoot you. Kill me.
I finished. Not human.
So if you go to the restaurant first, Carlos doesn't appear in this bit. It's the sergeant, the white-haired fella, and you hear him murder this fella. He's not as far along in the bite process as he is now. So he's literally just been bitten in the other scenario, and you hear him begging for his life, and you hear the old fella just murder him.
Murphy. Why? No.
So I can't remember if Nemesis comes here, because I'm sure in both way round there is a section where Carlos is around for a Nemesis fight. So there's a door we have to go into, but you have to use this computer. You saw that there was a note and a TV remote flashing on the desk. That's where the code will be for the computer. It will be 3 different codes, whichever one is random, and they're spoofs on the names of medication. So Safsprin is the one that is most likely the one to choose. I say that and it's not today, but usually that's the one. And then the other one is Adravile. And then the last one is Aquacure. Did I spell it wrong? Oh, it was that one. I spelled it wrong the first time. So you can see it there's a white note and flashing TV remote. She turns the TV on, and then it will show like a little advert with medication on there and a girl, you know, sort of hand gesturing for it. So you see that handle there. You'll need that later on. There's one there and a blue one there. So sometimes there is 3 gunpowders there, gunpowder B. But I usually find when it's not there, it doesn't turn up, no matter how much rewinding that I've done it over it. So we'll just do it a couple of times and we'll just see for shits and giggles. Right, last time. I usually find if you do it 4 times and the RNG hasn't changed, it won't change. No, it's not going to turn up. So we've got the fuse and the oil now, and we'll get the electrical wire when we go past the car park in a minute. But first we're going to use the good crank that we picked up a little while ago, and we're going to go and open that shutter behind the bar. So for this here, you can, if you're doing it in a normal run, just use the pistol and walk forward a little bit and then aim at it with R2 and shoot it, and then they'll walk into it. And then you can run by if you're quick. But if not, if you get them to follow you down, you can get them to walk into the blue one, which has got freeze in it. And then you can get out scot-free. Just hug the wall on the way out there and then you shouldn't get bit. So now we're going to have the Nemesis fight. So he's going to have a rocket launcher again. So we have to go in and out of the door so that he fires his rockets. And then we're going to get him to be shot with the red barrel to blow up that we left earlier on. So he's going to smash the hydrant thing on the wall, turn to the left side of the screen, run down here and stand here. He'll waste a couple of rockets and then he'll get mad. It's 3. So then we go out here and go straight back in. So quick turn, go back in, and then when the screen comes up, if he's running towards you, quick turn and leave straight away so you don't get hit. Depending on how RNG treats you is how long it will take. It's never taken more than like a minute or so. So like now wait for him to cock his rocket and then you can usually press the button, you can see it as it comes out. So that's 4, I think. He's got 1 more left. Of course, if you doing this straight, you would have the standard handgun with the enhanced ammo in it. Right, so I think that's it now. So we'll go back in and just make sure, because then when he goes to fire it again, it'll blow up in his hand. Or he'll just keep charging because he knows he's used it. Yeah, he's used it. So now we have to see if the RNG is going to be good, because we have to run over to this pallet of crates, and he's not followed us. So what you would do is run to the crates, you'd hear the gate open and close, and he'd say stars, and then you use R2 to quick turn and fire at the barrel, then press square and down to quick turn and climb up the box. Well, on the pallets anyway. So now we just got to get him to come in. There we go, bang. And then quick turn and climb up. Too fast. I don't know why, but sometimes it just won't go. So you would just turn around and shoot. If you had the standard handgun with the enhanced ammo, he'd be stun locked. And then you have to try and stand in this corner, because he will go around the other side if you're not careful. But here he can't reach you. But as you're shooting, especially with the Magnum, you jump forward a little bit each time. I don't know why. And that is the first part for the repeating shotgun, which is a Western style shotgun, and it's short as well, so it's like carrying a pistol, so you run faster. So you don't have to come here, but if you're doing it on a standard run, you know, you might need all the ammo you can get. And there's 3 lots of grenade rounds in here. Which is good, because you need those to convert into freeze rounds, and you'll need a few acid rounds as well. So as this is a fun run, you know, we don't really need that many, but you do need them to change the ammo type in the grenade launcher. Whatever you put in will be infinite, even if you only put 6 in. So just run past them, don't have to worry. So we're not going to go in there because we need to get the wire, and we go through another save room anyway, so there's no point going in another one. that fight with Nemesis we've just done, instead of doing that on the box or the pallet crates, whatever, you can run and redo the same strat from the first Nemesis encounter. Get him stuck on the wall and keep shooting him. So either way works as long as you do the same strat for the rockets. So you have to be quick getting in there because the crows are really fast, especially when they first come out. So we'll get this wire. So there's another little live section here. So you get two options again, either jump off or climb up. It's easier to climb up. If you jump off, you fall into the sewers, and then you turn around and run down like a little sewer pipe, and then after a short distance there's a ladder, and you come out into the car park we was just out in, where we got the gunpowder bee off the bloke that's dead on the ground. There's a sewer drain next to him. You climb out of it. Right, so we're going to get one of those, and we're going to get one of those. So combine that with that, and you get 6 each time. And you can do it with the red one as well, and get flame rounds. Oh, balls. Let's just check, do we need anything else while we're in here? No. Of course, if you make a C gunpowder and then put BBC and put that with the grenade rounds, I think that makes a big chunk of freeze rounds as well. Or BBB does the other. So first we're going to fight Nemesis, so we'll put the freeze rounds in, because you can get a couple of shots of them in after he's down, and then go back to the standard handgun if that's what you're using. Why didn't you pop out? Doesn't want to pop out today. Normally he pops out and there's gunpowder or acid rounds, no, grenade rounds, I think. One of the two. So this one is another Nemesis fight that's a bit of a pain, trying to get him stuck on the wall, because it's a very tight space. Like I said about one of the other spots in the police station in Marvin's office, that if you go too wide, he will follow your direction and he'll walk around and then his the block that he's made up of will not get stuck on the wall. Because essentially all the enemies and the characters in this, that, like for Jill and all the enemies, they're all made up of a big, like, rectangle block. And if you play Resident Evil 2 on the PlayStation, there's a couple of different scenarios with something called Tofu, a couple of different color ones, and then that was what the characters look like. Right, so now it's the fight. Stay as close to this side as you can, and then immediately fire a couple of shots, and then try and run around there but not get caught, obviously. So you want to try and go here. Oh, fuck it. Ah. So you got to try and get him stuck on this corner over here. And it is an absolute pain. Put me in bad form right away. Damn it. Come on, I need you to get stuck. There's another spot here he can get stuck on, but whether he will or not is beyond me. This is not good today. So that is where you want him. He's going to get off. Normally you would do what you did in the first fight and try and do 3 shots and then go in the inventory to stop his run of how he's acting. So he will probably get out of this. So give him a couple of shots of that. Damn. There we go, after all that fucking palaver. That's the second part to the Western style shotgun. So this is why I say leave a couple of these herbs here, because if you combine 2 green herbs, it's almost as good as a red and a green. It will get you out of the orange caution. Sometimes it won't get you out of danger though, because it's green is fine, yellow is the first caution, orange is the second caution, and then red is danger, which means you're about to die. The more damage you take, the slower you start going. You hold your side for yellow caution, and orange you start having like a little limp, and then in danger you just sort of shuffle. You don't really take full steps and you can't run. So now we're going to have another little fight, and you need the acid rounds. And it's with the Gravedigger worm. So you cannot fight this at all if you want to. You can just press the 2 buttons you need to press, and then drop the ladder down and run up the ladder and get away. Or you can use acid rounds and hopefully stun lock him in one space, and he'll go backwards and forwards in the same space. So wait for him to retract and then run in here and turn that on, but as soon as you press yes, press R1 and fire. So wait for him to come out again, and then as he opens his mouth a little bit, fire. Because otherwise he will lunge at you, and that stuns him and sends him back. I can't remember how many it takes, about 6, something like that. Might be 8. But this is the best ammo and weapon type to use on him. The next one would be shotgun, with or without standard ammo. Enhanced ammo would obviously be better. But now the music stops, you know that he's gone. For those of you that are just joining or that are watching it later, I'm using infinite ammo because I've already done a legit run, and I played Mercenaries to get the infinite ammo just for shits and giggles. Now we've got to put all the goodies in. So there's another Nemesis encounter on the train here, but
Carlos?
you don't need to fight him. You just waste ammo. He doesn't drop anything, and because you've got nowhere to run, you're more likely to get hit and get a lot of damage. So best thing to do is just turn around and try and leave the door, and then a little cutscene will play, which we'll see. So let's go and see what happens.
It's looking good. Mikhail!
I like the fact that Carlos, the big tough soldier, mercenary, is he's letting the girl go and find out what's going on. Not that Jill's not tough, mind you, she's one of the strongest characters in the franchise. So just turn around and click to leave the door, and Mikhail will have a go on him. Tough as old boots he is. Have that.
Mikhail.
No, the brakes are out.
So the two choices here are to use the emergency brake or jump out the window. The choice that I like the most is to jump out the window. If you use the emergency brake, apart from this little bit, it's all the same video. If you use the emergency brake, all that happens, she breaks the glass on the brake, and then this scene still happens. But now we get to fight with Nemesis in this courtyard. But if you don't jump out the window, you don't fight him here. And it's full of crows and there's stuff to collect, plenty of herbs and stuff. So that's the easier route if you want extra health, is the other one. So sometimes there can be two lots of yellow and red handgun, the gunpowder on that little red table there, but there's not, so we're going to continue. So we just leave straight away and then those zombies won't bother us. So there's a typewriter on that there if you want to save. That's the Western shotgun. I like that a lot. It's one of my favourite weapons in the game, but you get it very late, as you can see. This is the earliest you can use it. And it's a shame, really, that you should be able to use it much earlier. Of course, if you're playing on PC or the original PlayStation, you can you can use cheats to get it in the item box right away. So we're going to leave the acid rounds in for now because there's going to be some spiders, and if you use anything else on them, any other ammo from any other weapon, when they die, there'll be like tiny little baby spiders come out of it, and they can bite you and poison you.
Well, we both managed to survive.
Sometimes on that table is some kind of grenade rounds, but not all the time.
It's been rough, but we can rest now.
The other way round, if you go to the restaurant first, when you go into the train and you meet Carlos in the train, he gives you flame rounds. And here usually he gives you freeze rounds. So this would be first taste of it if you haven't mixed any. So we're going to go out this door. So down there is a little box, and that's got one part of a clue for a puzzle in the clock tower that we're going to go up to in a minute. And the other clue for that puzzle is over here. Another box. So you would listen to the tune, and then you would recreate that tune upstairs in the clock tower. So that mine thrower has 6 rounds in it usually. There's one other place you can get ammo for that in this section, and then before we leave here, we go out into like a little office area. There is another set. So there's grenade rounds there. Sometimes it's shotgun or flame rounds. It just depends what your luck is. Sometimes it's nothing. You can just ignore these if you're playing it legit. So like we did earlier, if you mix BBA, you'll get a hell of a lot more handgun rounds when you use the reloading tool. But if you do AAB, you'll get more shotgun ammo. And if you've already done 7 rounds of the shotgun making, you'll get on the 8th one, if you use an AAB, you'll get a hell of a lot more than the 12 or however much you would get. So I've only got 4 of those, so I can't make any now, but if I was playing legit, I would have probably already had it by now. Let's make sure there's nothing else I need. I don't think I need the lighter yet. No, the mine thrower is only really good for zombies. If you use it on hunters and that, you can use it, but it would take several shots to take them down, and you can't reload it without using. If say you haven't used all the ammo in it, you'll lose whatever was in it. So you have to wait till you've fired them all. Sometimes when you come back in this room, there's zombies there and you have to try and run by them, and it can be very tight at the corner of that table. So now we're going to go up to the clock tower. There's going to be spiders up here. I think there's 3. There is a thing on the wall you can explode, but you'll only get 2 if you're lucky. But they don't really attack you unless you go near them. Here you just run by and that's it. When you come back through, Nemesis will be chasing you, so they'll be gone. So there's another section here where you can get on the shelf there is mine throwing rounds, but you don't usually want that because you don't really want to use it unless you're desperate for ammo. So then if you reload outside again and go back in, there'll be 2 gunpowder A's on the shelf. So just using the rewind feature, if you're not playing the original, manipulates the RNG to change the room to reload it, and then there you go, they're on the shelf. So here's the music puzzle that you have to recreate from the sound you hear downstairs in the 2 boxes. This is the tune you have to recreate. Now this is pretty easy to work out because you just move these little grey pin things up and down, and it does sound out of tune if you've got it in the wrong place. So the first one should be up. So then we go next, and that one should be down. Next would be up. Up. Down. So if you're playing on the original or on a port of the PlayStation original, like this one is on PlayStation 5, the code is always up, down, down, up. But if you're playing on a PC port, or I don't remember if the GameCube version was different, or I can't remember if it was on 64 or not. But I know the PC version is different. And I forgot to pick up the key. So we're going to combine that with that and make the big key, and then go to the item box. That cog we got to put in there for the clock, but we can't do that yet till we get the gold piece. So now we're going to have another Nemesis fight, but there's 2 sections here. The first one, you can get a free drop, and it's easier. He has less health when you fight him again in a minute. So the 2 options here are, you can blind him with the light and then run past him. He might fall off, I can't remember, but what you want to do is use the cord. She'll unplug it and throw it into the puddle. It'll get zapped like he was in Old Sparky. And then you would get your next drop, which we're not going to pick it up. We only picked the first one up just to show you. But then as soon as you get in here, you have to keep running to the stairs because he will catch you and do a lot of damage. So on this bit, run all the way to the end and then down the stairs. Sometimes he will get you on there, he'll run out, but now we've got to try and get him to spawn in the room back here, or he's going to drop down in front of us when we go the other way. We want him to spawn in here, you'll know, because you hear him scream. Usually he screams, but he's there, so that's what we want. And then run down here. And up the side of this table. You want to try and get him stuck on the table, but sometimes it's not worth it. It's so difficult. So we'll give it another go and see if I can do it. It's taking a wide berth around, so that means he's not going to get stuck. So then the other option is to wait for him to attack you and run around him, and then fire, and then run around him. Don't know why I'm running the wrong way. If you can get him stuck behind there as well, that's another one, but we're not going to be able to get that. Then run away. There you go, and because you got the drop upstairs, there's no more drop. So before we continue, we're going to go back to the box. So this game is actually quite easy to do with no damage, even when you're playing it legitly. It's just figuring out the pattern of Nemesis's actions and stuff. Same with the other enemies. If you are used to their behavior, then it should be alright. fuck it. They're not normally in this grouping here like this. So you would normally just be able to run through them, but like I say, they're not normally in that grouping. And later on, when you come back in there, they're gone because Nemesis will chase you in that room. I'm going to take it but not use it yet because I think there's some more herbs nearby. I want to save this for the other fight in the garden. So now we're going to do the 3 little gemstone things, painting, puzzle. So this puzzle has got 3 paintings with 3 clocks. Depending on what number is on the clock, as to what the different things are that you would do the solutions. So the 2 that are the most common is 11 o'clock and 9 o'clock, but you can have 6, 7 and 10 o'clock as well. So in this section you need the acid rounds for spiders. So run up, shoot, and then sometimes it takes 2. There is one up there, but there you go. But when you do it with acid rounds, they won't, their little babies won't fall out of them. So you can't go back here yet because the bell is in the way and it's too heavy for Jill. The little silver tub there on the green table is mine rounds. So now we're gonna take these little ball things. So no matter what the time is, I'll tell you what they all are. But like I say, there is a post on the community page or whatever it is on my channel for YouTube, and I posted them on TikTok and Facebook as well, I think. Right, so that's 9 o'clock. So then the first one is obsidian. Next one is amber. So if it was if the code was 6 o'clock on the center clock, it would be crystal, amber, obsidian. 7 o'clock would be obsidian, crystal, and amber. Just did 9 o'clock. 10 o'clock would be amber, crystal, obsidian. And 11 o'clock is the most common, would be amber, obsidian, crystal. So we do that, and I will use that because the Nemesis fight is now. So we're going to go up and do the clock first. So this fight that we're going to do in a minute is one of the easier ones to get him to glitch on, to get stuck. So it's just about timing, really. The other ones is a bit more luck, but this one is got a very narrow space for him. It's a bit like in Marvin's office in the RPD. That's got a very narrow space as well. You'll find as well that playing, whether it's the original Resident Evil or the remake, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, Code Veronica, you'll find that a lot of the rooms in each game, a lot of the corridors, the outside sections, will all look similar. It's because Umbrella had the same person design everything, so that everybody that worked somewhere could move to somewhere else, and they would know where everything was. So that setting the bells off for the clock is to, signal that you want rescuing. Can't use red herbs on their own, but we'll collect them for later in case we need them. If you're playing legit, where I've left those first aid box on the floor, if you haven't played it very much, for this bit, don't pick it up as soon as it's dropped. Wait till now when you're going out the door, pick it up on the way out this time, because then obviously there's the Nemesis fight. But just be warned, if you use first aid, it lowers your ranking. Using the herbs does lower your rank, but not very much. You can still get the highest score, which the European and North American version was A until later ports of the game had S, like the Japanese version. So this fight, we're gonna get infected by Nemesis, and as soon as you get control, hold up and left on the D-pad and run over here. And then let him fire his rockets off. I think he's only got a couple left. Yeah, he's got none left now, so you want him to chase you down here and then run around to this bit, stand by this block, and if you're lucky you can keep him there the whole fight. There you go. Like I say, that's one of the easiest places to catch him in all the encounters you have in the beginning of the game. So in the original version, he's wearing like Mr. X from number 2, he's wearing like a really tight leather outfit. He did have a jacket in the beginning. In the remake, he just looks like he's wearing a fucking bin bag with like yellow tape all over him. But because he's intelligent, he knows that if he goes into the fire and collapses in there, it will burn his leather suit off, and then that means he'll be able to grow.
Jill! Jill!
So don't worry about getting
I woke up to the sound of
hit there and him poisoning you, because you're going to play as Carlos for a little bit, and it's a pretty easy section. He's just got to go to the local hospital and get a vaccine for her.
Carlos?
It looks like our roles have been reversed from when we originally met, huh? Don't worry, Jill. This chapel is safe.
I've been infected by the virus, haven't I?
Hey! Take it easy.
I'm okay. Don't feel any pain. But that's what bothers me. If I can't feel anything, then what does that mean?
Don't give up, Jill. I'll take care of you. Whatever you do, don't let that virus beat you.
So, actually, we'll go back there because Carlos starts with the assault rifle and the handgun and ink ribbons, and you don't want ink ribbons unless you want to save. But if you're playing on anything apart from the original, just save like that, and then the game doesn't know you've saved, and it won't knock your score down later on. So you can just run out of here. And then this with Carlos is the bit where zombies will be in this room, and it's very tight to get out of that section there by the corner of the table. Sometimes the zombie by the door and the one in the corner are too close, and it's very tight. So now we're going to go and move the bell, because it was 1998 and it was a bit sexist by saying that a girl couldn't, move a heavy item. Even though in Resident Evil 2, Sherry, who's like 10-year-old girl, she moves 3 great big boxes on her own. I can't remember if there's little spiders here. There should be. So you have to be really cautious about your ammo here. That spider on the roof, don't worry about him. Usually he stays up there or on the roof. You can just run by him. But like I say, you need to be quite cautious with your ammo. So firing short bursts, don't just keep your finger on it. Try and get used to the death animation patterns of each enemy type, so you know when they're dead, so you don't keep firing, because you need it for a big section with a whole horde of zombies in a minute, and some hunters, and then Nemesis. Just remember, don't really need to shoot that one, because all this is going to get blown up in a minute. You just need to shoot enough to get by. Right, so come this side of this pillar. Directly down opposite Carlos is a little area where you'll see a zombie, but a hunter is going to cut his head off. And then it will immediately run at you after the cutscene. And you can kill him. It wastes ammo. You don't need to. The only thing down there is a couple of red herbs. So you want to immediately turn and go to this door as soon as you get a chance. So hold the right directional pad button, and then as soon as he starts turning, walk forward and keep pressing X, and then you won't get hit. And then do the same when you come out, run straight by, because there's a little cutscene when you go back in there. Now in here only is a first aid spray in the bottom left hand corner, and ink ribbons in front of the typewriter. And then there's ammo in there, and you need it for Carlos's section. You need to pick up as much of the handgun ammo as you can find in this little section if you're playing it straight.
There also appears to be a slight fracture in his right arm just below the elbow. However,
so I always go to the 4th floor first. So sometimes there isn't zombies in this section at all, which means you're going to have hunters in another section. So I can't remember what happens now, which way around it is. So after this VT, if there's no ammo on the side, which it looks like there is, I can see it glitching, then you have to go back out, go back in, and then you can press the select button or whatever it is on what you're playing to get rid of the cutscene, and then reload the room. Because like I say, he needs all the ammo he can get, and there's a big lot of ammo there. I think that's 60 rounds there, I'm not sure. Might be 30. So you need the key. Because in a bit you have to fight Nemesis, and you only have whatever assault rifle ammo you've got left, whatever percentage of it, and then you would have your pistol, so it takes a little bit of time. So when you go in here, it's got like venomous, like wormy snake things. So you have to go in and immediately turn around and leave, but you have to look and see what side a set of drawers or a little cabinet thing is on. It's on the left side now, so you have to put it on the opposite side. So you have to put it on the right side. So when you go in here, you put it on the opposite side that it was in that room. I don't think there's anything in that room to pick up. I don't even think there's herb in there. So you can see in the corner of the room there's them little like pad things. If you put this on the wrong pad, the safe won't become available and you'll get an electric shock. So because it was on the left side, we want it on the right side here. So the passcode for this, there's 4 again. So let's try 5, 3, 1. Next one is 2, 5, 3, Third one is 3, 2, 5. And that's it. And the last one is 104. And that's part of the vaccine for Jill. So now we got to go down to the basement and make the other piece. So there can be hunters in this hallway, but I can't remember which way around it is, because if you do things in a different order, then you'll have different enemy placements. There's a hunter right there, so just like be careful on your shooting, where you're shooting him. So aim and then change direction when he moves. And then this one, run here, press the R2 button and fire one shot, and that'll blow up and he'll die. So here is another safe on the wall, but do not open it, because it'll explode and you'll die, and then that's the end of it. And then if you haven't saved, then you have to go all the way back from the beginning. So this little shiny thing you have to pick up. These hunters will climb out of there in a minute when we release the water. But you can just run and leave the room, and they won't get you if you're quick. So there's two. One will come out this side, one will come out the other side. So you have to use the little tub with this, and then you got to figure out the little puzzle. So the first one is 1, 3, then go below, and then it's A. So you have to set it to the right temperature so that it makes it cold. So do a quick turn, and then combine it, and then run. So now keep running as if you're going to run against the wall, and then run into the door. I can't remember if there's going to be hunters in here or not. Usually they're by the window. There's another one around there. If you're quick, you can skip him and then turn around and shoot him. So if you open the door first, you can shoot him, and then when he goes down, then you can go in the lift and go up to the first floor while he's down, if you're quick. Usually there's either zombies or hunters here. Can't remember if there's a third one or not. No. So you would have to keep going in your inventory if you're playing it straight and check the percentage of ammo that you got, because it starts at 100. So the sergeant with the white hair plants the bomb, and he knows that Carlos is in here as well. But of course, Carlos has seen what's happened here, so he's a witness, same as everyone else. So there is the option to not fight Nemesis as Carlos, but if you down him as Carlos, then when you fight him as Jill directly after, he'll have less HP. I believe I can fly. Whee! So now he's got his suit off. He's got tentacles and he's more dangerous. So run to the left of him, turn and shoot, and then run to the left, but I went the wrong way. Turn and shoot. So you have to stay quite close because he will use a whip attack otherwise, where he spin around in a circle. And then if you're too far away, he'll do a grab with his tentacle, and he will grab you and you will go on the ground. So just do a few shots and then run. That will certainly put you on the ground. I can't remember if he has 2 stages with Carlos as well. So I think that's it, but normally you would have to go to your pistol and do that the same, and all you do is the same tactic, but fire 2 shots and run, 2 shots and run. So it's actually easier once you start using the pistol because he raises it and lowers it faster, so you can dodge it better. And it doesn't matter what damage you take as Carlos on the last bit. Doesn't even matter if you're in danger, because as soon as you've done this, you're not going to play as him again anyway.
barely made it. How do you feel?
I'm okay. What happened to you?
I just fought with that monster. I've got some bad news. Nikolai's still alive.
Nikolai, that's the old guy with the white hair, the sergeant. I can never remember his name.
That guy doesn't know the meaning of the word dead.
What is he after?
I don't know. All I know is that he is our enemy. I'm sorry, Jill, but there's something I gotta take care of. I promise I'll meet up with you later. But don't worry.
So now we just got to check our kit and see what we got. Can't remember if we need the lockpick. I think we do. Two, three, four. So we still need the acid rounds because we're going to fight the digger in a minute. The grave digger is a boss that was cut out of the remake to a lot of, fans of the originals, dismay. So you can just run past him here and then leave. Go. Now we're going to do the same tactic we were using with Carlos. So run over here and then run around him again. Because the Magnum fires slower, you have to so he's got less health in that section. Can't remember if he's got 400 and then now he's only going to have 600. So then get a couple of these shots off. It's better if you do it from behind. Yeah, we'll go behind. That's it. So you need about 6 or 8 shots now, and then you need about 6 or 8 shots for the final go with him as well. So now if you've played it, if this is your first time playing it, you would get the assault rifle with 100% ammo in it. But because I've done it more than once, you get an infinite ammo case, and you can put that on any weapon that you like. So if you want to do it on the grenade launcher, whatever ammo you put into it will be infinite, but it'll only be acid, freeze, grenade rounds, or flame rounds. So whatever you do, that will only be that gun then, the rest you can't use. So if you want infinite ammo like I've got for all weapons, then the deal with that is you have to play the mercenaries. There is a little video of where all the hostages, or whatever you want to call them, are civilians, where you got to save them from the dead things. They're in the same spot every round with all 3 characters. and it's a time-based thing, so the quicker you do it, the more enemies you kill, the more time you get for killing them. But you only get a limited amount of ammunition. Depending on who you choose, you don't get very much ammo. Mikolai is the middle character. You get a shotgun, a magnum, and a rocket launcher. He's the best character to do it with. And you only get ammo pickups when you save people. So shoot all of them and then go in here. So in here is acid round. Oh, it's magnum rounds. But if you rewind and go outside the door, you can change the RNG. If there's grenade rounds on the table, then in the cabinet should be acid rounds. So then we're gonna change that back in there. We're gonna leave. Should be 1 or 2 zombies by the stairs here. Splat, brains everywhere. So like I said, if you're just tuning in or you've only skipped through for the puzzle sequences, then I'm only using infinite ammo because I've done it several times already. And I just want to get through this one and the next one, so I've got all 3 endings. So if you want to see the straight one, it's on the channel somewhere. So if there's no zombie on the thing here, then there'll be 2 of these hunters. So that one you have to be really careful of. So if you do get damaged, there is green herbs. So there's either dogs or other hunters. So we need to come here and get the part key first, because down that, where I just went in the other screen is a locked gate, and we need to go this way to get the other key for that gate. So when you go through the gate, there'll be, I think there's a couple of herbs there, I can't remember. Where we're going now, there's, I think 3 green herbs, 2 blue herbs. So there could be these worms here, or they could be hunters. And then if there's hunters, when we come back later on, there'll be hunters. But if there's none now, then there shouldn't be any later. There'll be zombies. So 3 green herbs, 2 blue. So the solution for this puzzle is not on here. I'll do it, and then I'll show you where the solution is. No, I did it wrong. Bollocks. Gone right out of my brain today. That is the solution. And now it's going to drain the water out. See that there? That's the one you want. 2 black on top, white on the bottom, or silver in the actual machine. But that's where the solution is on that wall. Just there. So when you go down into the sewer here, if you're not quick, I can't remember if it's spiders or if the digger will chase you, one of the two, in this section. So that there is either spiders or the digger worm thing. And then there'll be those wiggly worm things, snake things there. So just go up and leave. If you fight them, you just waste your ammunition and you need it. So on this one, go left and then right. You only go to the left if you want the red herb. This section, again, was similarly reused for Code Veronica. Section like this earlier on in Code Veronica. So we're going to use the lighter. Then we need this pole here. And we'll go in here first before we pick up the what you call it on the table, gunpowder. So there's a couple of things to pick up. There's grenade rounds there, but obviously I don't need it now. And then there's a couple of files and stuff to pick up.
All supervisors, mission terminated. Return immediately. Repeat. All supervisors return immediately. Over.
Have a little cutscene now.
I'm quite impressed you've managed to stay alive up until now.
And you seem to be doing a pretty good job of looking out for yourself. How about helping out?
I have no
So the dead guy in there is supposed to look like him to make you think he's dead.
In a manner of speaking, you are. Our
Until obviously you leave the room and then you run into it.
Beings which were created through infection by the T-virus.
You're saying that they deliberately sent in a military unit to be butchered by their creations?
Not exactly. Although
Well, yeah, of course they did, because they wanted to test them out.
It was an unexpected outcome that the team would be wiped out. We were only required to collect live data from the subjects.
That's the grave digger going around. So there's another save room in here. There is a first aid spray. But like I say, if you pick them up and use them, then it lowers your rank at the end. So just so that we can see what happens, I'll make magnum ammo so that you can see how it's done. I think this is the recipe for magnum ammo. About to find out. There you go. 24 rounds. But I don't need it, so I'm not gonna use it like that. What I'm saving it for is the shotgun, to show you how to get the upgraded shells, which if I was playing it legitly, I would have done it probably long before now. And yeah, that's it. We're going to leave that like that. So there's only one more puzzle really, which is the one that everybody hates. It's the water sample puzzle, which I'll explain how to do it when we get there, because we're essentially run to the end game now. This is the final little stretch after this we're about to go into. So Gravedigger, it's better to use acid rounds because you can stun lock him. The same with Nemesis and freeze rounds. So the thing to do is, as soon as you get control, quick turn, and then run backwards, and then immediately turn and start firing. And then I usually get hit if I don't get him in stun lock. So if you're on PC, you can kill him right away there. That's it. You can shoot the two street lamps and he'll get damaged by them. So it's this one here. So you would have to press R2, but I always find it temperamental. It's probably better to use the shotgun. But if you hang around in this water area, he will cause so much damage that they fall. And then you can shoot them and he'll come up there and he'll get electrified by both of them. And that kills him outright, I think. So again, don't stick around because they'll cause damage and poison. And these ones. So the next bit where we're going to have another life section where you got to make a choice. And depending on what you do is what ending you're going to get. So when I did my legit run, I jumped off because you don't get any damage, Whereas if you let the timer run out and you try and fight him or he knocks you off, you take a lot of damage. But if you knock him off, there'll be different enemy placements. Like, if he knocks you off, there's hunters, and if you get knocked off, there's hunters in the basement sewer section. See this yellow light above me? It's another one you can lure the zombies to, and you can get them all damaged in one go. But you can lure them around and just save your ammo on that bit if you want. So like where I showed you the grenade rounds were earlier in the shot behind the hub, I'll show you where Magnum ammo is. Because it's obviously very important if you are playing it legit and you've not done it very much, and that you might need the ammo. Although if you do it the way I normally do it, which is go through the restaurant and then make sure that the RPD section, that when you go in the weapons locker, you make sure that you've got the grenade launcher, because then by the time you get the Magnum in the power station, it's a bit late for that, and then you don't need the Magnum until the end of the game, really, for a few bits. So this is the next life section for the choice. So you can choose to jump off, or knock him off, or you can let the timer run out and fight him. Because we're going for a different thing, different ending than last time, we're going to knock him off. So last time we jumped off and then we attacked Nikolai in the helicopter, and that gets you the best ending, where Barry comes to save you. If you've played Resident Evil before, you know that Barry and Jill were together in the first game. Oh, you got to get the key from this way around, don't you? Because Barry saves her in the first one from the room with the shotgun where the ceiling's falling.
Carlos.
Saves her from being a Jill sandwich.
Jill, listen very carefully. They're planning on launching a missile directly into the city as soon as day breaks. The explosion will be powerful enough to destroy everything.
Are you sure about that?
Positive. I heard it straight from a supervisor.
They'll go this far to cover their tracks?
Come on, we have to hurry. There isn't much time left.
So, when you come in, sometimes there isn't gunpowder here, but you can always try and reset the room with the rewind feature if you're not playing the original. That is, most of the other ports do have it. I'm just going to make these first. So keep combining the first 7 with the reloading tool, just like we did with the handgun A for the enhanced handgun ammo. So now you would do it and you'll get the enhanced shotgun. So what we'll do, we'll put it in there so you can see what it looks like as well. So you can't use it in the Western custom shotgun, you have to use the standard. So put that in there and put the rest back. And then because we've done all the mixing now, we don't need to pick up the rest. Can't remember if I need the lockpick. I think I do. And then we'll have a little bit of fun with this for a while. So there's a thing with the facility key that I will do to show you, but you don't need to do it. You can completely forget about it. You have to pick the key up though, because you do need it to get through another section. So do these in the same order I'm doing them, otherwise it doesn't work. Of course that's steam, so if you run into it, it will burn you. So the little one first, and then that one. And then the very end one at the bottom. And then turn the power on. So that lift, the key I just picked up's got a little card on it. And when we go to the water treatment thing, there's a little machine next to it that you have to put the key, the card on the little key in there, and it'll print on a thing for it. I think there's another one around the corner. Should have just changed the aim and I would have saved a bullet if I was doing it normally. I was going to say there's normally zombies in here, but I can't remember if they're the ones in lab coats or if they're, yeah. So these zombies are stronger than the standard zombies in the game. And then the naked zombies are even stronger. So I have got the key for the door that opened. Like, that's what the power was for when we turned the power on. But you need to go down here for the water sample. So you can just forget about them. There is a red barrel there if they're down there later. But you can run by them. Naked zombies, like I say, are the strongest ones. They're bullet sponges. Oh yeah. Actually, I'll go back one. So this is what I was saying. If you get knocked off, if you jump off, rather, then they're down here. But if you jump off yourself, there isn't any. And then you'll meet Carlos down here, and he'll save you from a load of zombies. Go on, climb up. So this puzzle, even though I've got the print for each thing, it can still be a pain in the ass to get it right. So if you're doing this the other way around, you come in this section first, and then you have to come all the way back down here in the lift to do that key card, and you don't need to do it. And also on the other one, you can get gunpowder in here, quite a lot actually. Right, so I think this one will look like this. So that white line at the top, you have to match the results at the bottom with the one at the top. You have to move A, B, and C into alignment so that it would make the bumps in the top one. So A, I think. Now I'm looking at the wrong solution. Hang on a sec. Gotta find it. Right, so let me just figure out which one it is. Right, that one. So this one is because that's got a thing there. I think that is the right one. So now we can go on to B. So you want these three yellow ones to be there, and then C. You want the long one to be at the beginning, and then you want 2 rows of 2 like that. So press check and we'll find out if I did it right. So the pitch changes if it's wrong. So then you know it's wrong as well, as it will tell you anyway. Right, so now we've done that, come over here, put the key card in, and as you can see now, it's got a print on it. So now it's got a barcode on it. So if you're playing it legit and you want some backup, then you'll do that with the key card, and then you'll go down in the lift that we saw earlier. So we'll go and do that first. So a lot of people miss it, but over here is 2 sets of shotgun shells. So you'll obviously need all the ammo you can get. Nemesis falls in there later on. You can see it bubbling away where he's breathing under the water. So now we're going to go into the little lift that we saw earlier in the steam pipe room with the power station. So instead of turning to the left there and going through the door we opened, we're going here. Oh, is it the... No, it's the actual card then that we need. Oh, that was a shit, wasn't it? So yeah, you need the red key card then. Can't remember what bloody hell that opens then, that the little card on this key. We'll find out anyway.
You're still wandering around.
Nikolai? So, you want to get out of here alone? Is that your plan?
I made certain none of the other supervisors survived. Since I'll be the only one who knows what really happened, I'll have more bargaining power when it comes to discussing my bonus.
This cutscene happens in the other corridor if you do the other route. And it plays out slightly different as well.
There is a reward to be claimed upon the confirmation of your death.
That's great. Except I have no intention of contributing to your retirement fund.
Nemesis attacked him. So now you need the grenade launcher with the freeze rounds in it. There's Nikolai above your head, love. Oh well, good riddance to bad shit. That's what I was just trying to do, and you wouldn't let me do it. There we go. So now we're going to fight Nemesis for the second to last time. So there's one more time after this, but this one is the last time you need to fight him, where you actually have to shoot him. So if you've got freeze rounds, all the better. You need about 6 or 8 shots, I think. And if you spread them out, you don't have to move, don't have to do anything. Just stand, shoot a couple of times. When he goes down, you wait a second, you shoot again, and then when he stands up, you shoot 2 more times. And repeat the process. I think you do it 2 or 3 times. This on the right hand side, he's going to knock one of these that's got acid in it, and that hurts him as well. And it shouldn't technically, but the grenade launcher can shoot that. So when he's down, shoot, shoot, shoot. So now he'll get caught by the acid as well. Shoot. So if he gets shot by the, if he gets hit by the acid, then he will take more damage. He'll be dead in a sec. There you go. His head just fell off. So you can shoot the valve there to turn the acid on to get him, but it's a bit of a pain in the ass. If you hold R2, then sometimes she'll shoot it directly without changing position or anything. So that timer is just for this room. There you go, he's in the source.
Warning. Missile attack confirmed. All personnel evacuate immediately.
So because Nikolai's dead, I don't actually remember what happens in the bit where you would normally see him in the chopper. And usually you have to negotiate with him or shoot the chopper down. He ran right into him. So we should be going to the left there, but we're going to go to the little red elevator first. Because like I say, if you're playing it legit, there's some serious backup in there. So more grenade rounds if you needed them for, you know, freeze rounds or whatever. Oh yeah, that's what this little card thing's for, this here. There's the same grenade launcher, rocket launcher from Resident Evil 1. So I can't remember how many things is in it when you get it. There's either 2, 4, 6 or 8, but I can't remember. So as you can see, that key's gone now because we've used it. And same here, asks you to discard. Have a little bit of fun. So because you don't need to shoot Nemesis, don't really need a gun. So if you take the gun, if you unequip it, then you don't. Well, when we go in to fight Nemesis, you won't need a gun. I can't remember if I need it for another chopper here or what.
I'm here. What's up?
That little blue thing flashing on the side there is a little handheld radar that is tracking the bomber that's going to blow up the city.
What does it do?
That device tracks the distance of the approaching missile. Make sure you bring it with you. Now listen to me. Don't give up.
I don't know if you can leave it behind, but essentially all it does is put a big green radar thing in the top right hand corner of the screen, and it's got like a little dot in it showing you where the bomber is. More magnum ammo there. So this would be normally where Matey would come up in the chopper.
Warning. Missile attack confirmed. Warning. Missile attack confirmed. Emergency level D. All personnel evacuate immediately.
So when you do the other way, Carlos will meet you in here. If you leave the room through the door you came in from and then come back in, there's another cutscene. I don't think there is on this one. So you only need the gun here because there's a couple of these zombies. So there's 2 more boxes of shotgun shells on the shelf there. But now this is the final boss fight, and because we're going to use the railgun, don't need to shoot him. That on the floor is just a picture. It's one of the files you get to pick up. So outside there and inside here is lots of tyrants, different types. So this one here, that one is the tyrant from Resident Evil. These tubs is what Mr. X was dropped in. He was the second tyrant. He gets dropped in during the events of Resident Evil 2, which do happen during the events of this game, but the start of this game is the day before Resident Evil 2 happens. And then now this bit after she wakes up, when she's been infected, it's the second day, and that's when Resident Evil 2 begins. So you can see the green coat there underneath the thing. That's one of the Mr. X's there. And there's a load of mercenary soldiers all dead. One of them's got a big rocket launcher, but you can't pick it up. So all you got to do is run around and push the batteries in order. But Mr. X, no, try again. The Nemesis is going to turn up. He's going to be a bit like William Birkin, a bit like the adult G. He's going to have that sort of look to him. Going to be kind of sluggy, but kind of dog-like with tentacles. So turn around and run away. He will spit at you and swipe his tentacles at you. So run in and push number 2 in. Turn and run this side. Don't get caught on there, obviously. And then that's what you want him to be up there. Can't push it in then, girl. So if you run into those green patches of acid, it will damage you a little bit, and over time, if you keep running into it, or if you run into a big batch of it, you'll get infected. But I don't think it matters because it's the end. So as long as you get to the end before you die, it's fine. That reddy orangey dot up there is the bomber. So run around here and hopefully he'll climb back up. Do not get caught in this area here when the timer goes off. So run and hide over here. It's gonna smash a big hole through that shit that he's on. I think he's on the floor now. So you want him to be in there. So then you run in here, let him follow you. But if you're in there when the gun goes off, you'll get shot. So he's coming in, so wait here for a few seconds. He'll get shot, run around the edge again, and then run back, because you want him down this side, obviously. Stand here and run around again, because you need him to stay there and get hit, obviously. Don't think you can kill him with standard weapons. Should be it now. Oh no, one more. It's going a lot slower, so might not need to move. TO3, I can't remember if that's Mr. X or Nemesis.
Warning. System overheating.
Originally, when Resident Evil 2 came out in 1998, it wasn't called Mr. X. And I can't remember when he got given that nickname. I think it was in Dark Side Chronicles or something like that. Might have been one of the other light gun games. So it's another choice section. You can just turn around and leave, or you can kill him. So if you choose ignore and evade, you just turn around and leave without saying anything. So even if you don't have the Magnum, if you never picked it up, or if you left it in the item box, she will always pick that up because that soldier had a magnum.
You want stars? I'll give you stars.
Turn around to the control panel and just set it to go up.
Jill! Over here!
So then Carlos turns up this time and he flies the chopper away when Barry doesn't come. But I'm sure the third one is Jill leaves on her own, but I can't remember
We're
how.
all set.
All right then, we're out of here.
Oh no.
It's here. It's time to go.
That's it. I've had it. This time may be too far.
What, as if the other two events didn't go far enough? So now we just have to wait for the end credits and see what the time was and what score we got. So it's probably about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, something like that. Might be 2:45, can't remember. But that's essentially everything you can do in the game.
Based on that fact, Raccoon City has been literally wiped off the map. Current reports have the death toll surpassing the 100,000 mark. Our hearts go out to those poor civilians of Raccoon City.
So that's it. That's ending 2. So we just got to do one more run now with the third ending. So on the bridge, you have 3 choices. You either push him off, or you jump off, or let the timer run down and fight him. It's the last opportunity to get a drop if you didn't get all the drops during the other encounters. And depending on your choice would be where you start. So the first start is the main entrance, which is what I've just done this time. And the first time I did it on the other run, I jumped off. So then that's start 2, so you start in the sewer. So we got an A, which is the highest rank in the game for the European and North American version. 2 hours, 42 minutes, 56 seconds. So that's it. That's the second run for Resident Evil 3. So unlike the other Resident Evil games, you don't get any special weapons or anything for completing the game. The first time you unlock Mercenaries mode and you get the boutique key for the different outfits. Now every time you complete this, if you do it 8 times, you get 8 different epilogues, one for each of the main characters that we know of out of the first 3 games. So that was that one. I always just save over the top of the last one. Unless, like that one underneath, I did a completely fresh start. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Check out the other one if you haven't seen it yet, and I'll do the final run over the next few days sometime. Plenty of other stuff on the channel. If you want the puzzle solutions, I'll probably make a couple of little videos, short ones for that. But I have done some cheat sheets. You can find them on the channel or on Facebook and TikTok. Also, go and check out Salty World Gaming. There's a link on my homepage. Does a lot of retro and modern gaming reviews. He's got a really good Resident Evil live stream. He's going to be doing the last one on Friday. So go and check it out. Give him some love. Don't forget to like and subscribe, all that jazz. And thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you all again soon.